You are listening to the monthly Music Challenge podcast, episode 2.5, Funk Drunk Love.
Breakfast eyes beckon me to decide if the duvet wins the bet and we stay inside. Pillow propped with the fluorescent glow of our laptops, Netflix favorite show. Who knows? Sorry boss, I won't be in today. My head's still spinning, this funk won't give way. It's not surprising though, I'm brimming with drugs. If love is the drug I've been getting from the hugs. Get my remedy from the ones I adore. The window to my soul refracts the whole love spectrum. Drunk on your love, drunk on your love, high on your smile. Can you feel that funky heart beating? Gets you so inebriated. The love from you essentially leaves me sedated, numb to all the pain that the world tries to give me. Your love shield repels it like a magic frisbee. In our joy bubbles the air tastes so sweet, like a cosmic candy gumball treat. It is the trip from which I will never come down, the only real treasure I have ever found. Love for all the animals, people and trees, reflected in the infinite harmony. Drunk on love, drunk on love, drunk on your love. Glass of premium love, absorbed through my googly third eye prism. Drunk on love, drunk on your sweet love, high on your smile. Drunk on love, drunk on your love, drunk on your love, giddy from your smile. Can you feel that funky heart beating?
Hello? What's going on? David, are you up there, David? Can you start the podcast, please?
Oh, right. Oh, yes. You want me to start it, do you? Hello, I am David Battenberg Cake, TikTok star, and I'm here to present the monthly Music Challenge podcast with Cosmic Bos. Cosmic Bos are not present. We're not quite sure where they are. Both Nick and Andy, the two members of Cosmic Bos, they've been AWOL for a little while. They normally run this show, but actually we've had to step in. Myself and the sexy German are up here in the control room.
That's right, David. I'm here with David Battenberg Cake, and we are presenting to you the monthly Music Challenge podcast. With me, the sexy German.
Yes, that's right, and me, David Battenberg Cake. And down in the engine rooms, we have Big Mick. Should we say hello to Big Mick, should we, sexy German?
I think that is a good idea.
Okay, which button do I press? Is it this one here?
Yeah, I think so. Press that button. Hello? It's Big Mick down here in the engine rooms. Is that Nick and Andy from Cosmic Bos?
No, it's not, Big Mick. It's me, David Battenberg Cake. I'm up here with the sexy German. We can't find Nick and Andy. We have no idea where they are.
Oh, well, that's a bit of a problem, isn't it? Because they're meant to host a podcast. So what are we doing then? Are you doing it, David?
Yes, that's right. I am going to host the podcast with the sexy German from here in the control room, and we'll speak to you. Yes, that's normally how they do it, isn't it?
That's right. They normally they call me for a bit of Big Mix, Big Numbers. Are you going to do that? Are you?
Yes, we can try Big Mix, Big Numbers. Do you think that's a good idea, sexy German?
I think that is a great idea. Everybody likes a bit of Big Mix, Big Numbers, don't they?
Yes, I've heard that. It's a very popular game. But I'm not quite sure how do they normally start the episodes? Big Mick, could you give us a bit of advice?
Okay, right. Well, what? Oh dear, what happened there? I am the sexy Big Mick. This is sexy Big Mick presenting to you the podcast because I don't know how else to do it. I've gone back to normal Big Mick. Right, so this is Big Mick from the future. That's right, because actually there's two versions of Big Mick. There's the one in the engine room, which you heard a moment ago, and this is me. This is Big Mick from the future. I'm Big Mick. I'm exactly the same as Big Mick, but I actually control the universe, just so you all know that. I also wear a lovely little Bane mask, because it just looks nice. I'm just a giant microphone that controls the universe, and I've had to step in because we've looked at the schedule, and this episode was meant to be out like ages ago, and it just hasn't arrived. So we're not quite sure why. I mean, I do know because I'm from the future, and I can tell you that what happened was Cosmic Bos, Nick and Andy, they just went AWOL. They just weren't around. I knew this was going to happen, obviously, because I'm from the future. But don't worry. So we've stepped in, haven't we? I instructed my former self, who's there in the engine rooms, to step in, control this all. And he's got David and the sexy German to go into the control room and take charge. So over to you, David. Can you do the intro?
Okay. Yes. Anyway, is that what I have to do? Okay. So I am David Battenberg Cake, and I'm here with the sexy German.
That's right. I am the sexy German, and I shall be co-hosting this episode with the wonderful and very sexy David Battenberg Cake.
Yes. So we've had to step in. Nobody knows where Nick and Andy are, and this episode actually is 2.5, and it's called Funk Drunk Love, and it's co-created with the wonderful Uncle Funkbeard. I'm assuming you all know who Uncle Funkbeard is. If you don't, please make sure you follow him. He's on X, the website formerly known as Twitter, now known as X. Slightly confusing there. I believe Elon Musk did that.
That's right, Elon Musk did that. He did it back in the past. So I will occasionally step in. This is Big Mick again, just in case you were wondering who it is. That's right. So I sometimes will step in because sometimes, David, he's a very old, very doddery cake. He's lovely, isn't he? Everyone loves David. That's right. Everybody has a lot of love for David.
That's right. Everybody does have a lot of love for me, which is very nice of them. So anyway, Big Mick, what do we actually do?
Well, you're meant to introduce it. So basically, this is a monthly music challenge, 2.5, Funk Drunk Love, co-created with Uncle Funkbeard. And it's got a bunch of songs. So, if you're new to the podcast, which you might not be, if you are, I mean, well, welcome. Basically, what Cosmic Bos do is they set a theme for the month, and then they tell everybody out there, and all the musicians in the world, make a song around that theme. The theme for this month, which we're now way into the next month, was Funk Drunk Love, and they co-created that with Uncle Funkbeard.
That's right, I did already say that, didn't I?
Yes, you did, David, but I'm reiterating it. So, anyway, that song you just heard, that was called Drunk on Your Love. And that was, in brackets, Feel That Funky Heart Beating. That was by Cosmic Bos. That was Nick and Andy. If you'd like to buy that song, you can buy it from Bandcamp. That's right. And if you want to just listen to it, you can listen to it on anything, Spotify. I think there's a video for it on YouTube as well, isn't there?
Yes, there is. It's very exciting. It's a very good video. I don't know if you've seen it. I believe that was what Cosmic Bos were doing.
It was. That was what they were doing. And still, nobody's quite sure where Andy and Nick are. So we've had to step in. And we're going to do the podcast for him. And again, this one was co-created with Uncle Funkbeard. We've got a song from Uncle Funkbeard, which we shall play very soon. Should we play that as the first one, should we? I think that is a very good idea. Everybody needs to hear the Funky Beard. He is very funky and he is very, very sexy. So, we won't bother with Big Mix, Big Numbers. Did you want to play Big Mix, Big Numbers, guys?
I think we should. I definitely think we should. Big Mix, Big Numbers is one of the highlights of the show, isn't it? It's what people like.
Yes, Big Mix, Big Numbers is the game where we normally get Nick to guess a number, and I'll tell him if he's right or not. If he gets it right, he gets a Big Mix mix-up card, but he ain't here. So I guess we'll play it with you, David, and with the sexy German. But we'll get to that in a moment, shall we? Should we introduce what's going on?
I'm really a bit confused. Big Mick, what the hell are we doing?
We're taking over, and that's it. Because otherwise, there wouldn't be an episode. So let's look, David. Do you want me to do it? I mean, I am Big Mick from the future.
I think that might be best because while me and the sexy German are just kind of working out these controls, there's lots of buttons up here. Could you possibly introduce what would they normally do?
Well, look, open up the emails, David. See if you can see. Should be something about like a what's it called? A People's Choice Award, I believe they do. It's something like that.
Oh yes. Oh, I'm checking the emails, and does that come from Hellwaddler?
Yes, it does. Check the Hellwaddler email, David.
Okay, I'm just scrolling. Here it is. I found it. Oh, this is it. So, do you want me to read out this then?
I believe that's the right way to go. Let's just check. Are you all right there, David?
Yes, I'm just scrolling.
Excellent podcasting, by the way. Obviously, it's not a visual podcast. It is an audio podcast only. And David is currently looking through the emails, and I'm distracting you lot with a bit of discussion while he works that out.
Oh, I found it. I found the People's Choice Award. Okay, would you like me to announce it, or would you like the sexy German to announce it?
I think you should probably get the sexy German to announce it.
Okay,
this is my turn. Hello, I'm the sexy German, and I am here to tell you who has won the People's Choice Awards for the animal episode of the Monthly Music Challenge podcast. That was episode 2.4. David, do you mind if I just quickly take that off you? Yeah, go for it, sexy German. So, the winners, oh, look at this. The winners has been split between 3 people. There are 3 winners of the People's Choice Awards. You having a bit of trouble there, sexy German?
I have. Oh, sorry, this is David. We're getting a bit confused up here in the control room. I do apologise, Big Mick.
That's all right, you'll get it. Just put your minds to it, put your brains to it. Oh, can you read that now? What was that?
No one knows what's going on here. Anyway, I, David Battenberg Cake, will get the sexy German to read out to you who the winners are.
That's right. I, as a sexy German, am here to tell you who's the 3 winners. There's a triple winners. It is a trio of winners. It is a menage a trois of People's Choice Awards. There are 3 winners in the bed together, and they are... do they normally do a drum roll? I believe, yes, that Cosmic Bos normally would do a drum roll at this point. Would you like me to do the drum roll? You can have a go if you like.
Okay, roll.
That is not what a drum rolling sounds like, David. You have not got this, have you? We shall move on, shall we? Anyway, that was the drum roll. And the winners are, in no particular order, except the order that I'm reading them.
The first winner is Natalie Williams-Calhoun. She had lots of votes there. Oh, David, I'm stepping in, absolutely. The second winner was Tonal Drift, and the third winner was A.C. Warren. So a massive, massive congratulations to the 3 winners of the People's Choice Award. Well done. Your songs were awesome sauce, in the words of Cosmic Bos.
That's right, 3 winners. Well done, guys. So I'm just stepping in every now and then. You know, sometimes Big Mick needs to just step in and take over, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm Big Mick from the future, by the way, with the Bane mask on. Right, so well done, Natalie. Well done, Tonal, and well done, AC. Great songs. I mean, I don't know if you've heard it. If you go back to listen to episode 2.4, Animals, you can hear all those 3 songs. They are really, really good. They're so good, in fact, that they won an award. So congratulations. You can put that on your wall, I think. Is that how it works?
Yes, I believe so. Just write it on your wall that you've won the People's Choice Awards for the Animals podcast.
Yeah, well done. Okay, should we move on then? What's the next bit?
I really have no idea. I've never listened to the podcast as it goes, Big Mick. Have you listened to it?
Well, yeah, I listen to it. Obviously, we play it down here in the engine rooms. We also listen to it in the future. It's really, really popular in the future. It's been listened to millions of times. Back then in the past, it's not been listened to very much. So, shall I hand over to Big Mick from there? You should call him. He's in the engine room.
Who are we speaking to now then?
It's Big Mick from the future. I did explain that.
Okay, so I press this button, do I?
That's right, press that button and we can talk to Big Mick from now.
Hello? What's going on? Guys, you're taking over, aren't you? I've been listening, don't worry. You don't really need to press the button, I can hear you anyway. So, I'm going to introduce what the next bit is, which is the next theme. Should we do it like that? Is that the right way to do it?
I believe so. Again, I haven't listened to it.
Look, I have been listening to that podcast, and I can tell you that the next theme, because it's written here in this email, it says the theme for 2.6 is plant life.
Plant life? Well, that's quite good, isn't it? Like park life, but about plants.
Yes, that is right. They are making a little cheeky reference to the blur. Do we know what dates they need the submissions by?
Well, I'm looking at this, and obviously they're meant to have this submitted by the end of June, but that makes no sense because this podcast isn't coming out until pretty much the end of June. So should we make a decision for them?
I believe that's probably a good idea.
Okay, so basically, guys, we're gonna give you a couple of months on this one. You've got till, should we say the end of August? Do you want to check the old calendar there, David?
Okay, I'm just looking at the calendar here. And then let's see, yes, if we give them 2 months, shall we? Should we say the 30th of August?
Yeah, do you want to write that down?
So, 30th of August.
Excellent podcasting, David. People, you writing stuff down. Plant life.
Oh dear.
Did you like the song, by the way? It's quite good, isn't it? This song's by Cosmic Bos. Yeah.
Yes, we did already say that, and they can buy it from Bandcamp, can't they? And they can listen to it on Spotify and watch the video on YouTube and stuff. Fantastic. Oh, so anyway, it's now been decided. You have until the 30th of August to make your plant life-based song. Fantastic. I am looking forward very muchly to hearing what you guys do with that.
Yep, sounds like a good idea to me. Good work, David. Good work, Sexy German. We have wrestled control of this. What is it? It's some sort of like rocket, spaceship, train, submarine, the MMC Challenger. So anyway, this is all being done from the MMC Challenger. I'm Big Mick. I'm in the engine rooms. I control the engines. Just if you're new here, the engine is basically this really, really tiny little biscuit that we hide in the corner. Normally, Sexy German protects it, but he's up there in the control room with David. They are running the show. And so I'm looking after it. But don't worry, I've got a lot of fun going on down here. The circus is still here, so I've got all the animals around. Got all my midgets. They're all just chilling out over there, aren't they? They're looking incredibly sexy. Thank you very much, Sexy German, for dressing my midgets.
That is okay. That is okay, Big Mick. I love to dress the midgets.
Yeah, I know. You dress them all very funny. I like it. It's entertaining me a lot, and that's why they're here. The midgets are only here ready to entertain Big Mick. So anyway, what we're going to do? Do you want to play Big Mick's Big Numbers?
Yes, let's do that. Let's play Big Mick's Big Numbers, shall we?
Okay, well, it normally has a theme tune, so I'm just going to quickly do the theme tune. Big Mick's Big Numbers, Big Mick's Big Mick's Big Numbers, where you pick a number, and I say if it's right or not, and and you might win a card.
Okay, so I've got to pick a number, have I?
Yeah, that's right. Go for it, David. You pick a number. I've got the list here.
Okay, so let's see. How many numbers have I got?
No, I can't tell you that. You just got to guess.
Okay, so I'm going to pick number 75.
No, David, that's way too high. We haven't had 75 submissions.
Well, how many submissions have we had?
We've had 13.
Okay, so I can go as high as 13, can I?
Well, you can actually go as high as 14 because number one is always Cosmic Bos because we've got to stick to that format.
Okay, so I'm going to guess at number 11.
Nope.
Okay. Is it higher or lower than that, Big Mick?
It's lower.
Okay. Well, there's quite a lot of numbers lower than 11. I'm going to guess number 7.
Nope.
Okay. Do I get another guess?
Yep. Get one more guess, David.
Okay then, I'm going to guess, let's guess number 2.
Oh, well done. Congratulations, David. You've guessed correctly. The second song in this episode 2.5, Funk Drunk Love, this song is by Uncle Funkbeard, the co-creator. That's a good idea to put him second, wasn't it? Good idea there, guys. This is called Fall. You got to press the button up there. Sexy German, I think you're probably quite near to it.
That is right, I am near the play button. Here is Uncle Funkbeard and Fool.
Them back into the sofa. Body, take it back, take it back. Give it up, room back, go bum, bum, big bum, him back, head back, down, get back down, ring, dig it, give it, get back, get back, dip out, zip back, give it up, boom, keep back, got back, down, tap, rip back, get down, but that's about it.
Beautiful.
That was very beautiful, very nice work there, Uncle Funkbeard. Big Mick, I've noticed there's a little folder here from Uncle Funkbeard himself. It says to place this thing after the song. Shall I click play on this button here?
Well, if it says to do it, I think you should probably do it. Sexy German. Press the button.
Greetings and salutations. Hey, Andy. Hey, Nick. Hey, Sexy German. It is awesome to be here on this boat, train, submarine, space thingy y'all got going. It's awesome. Thank you for having me. Fun fact about me, I don't actually speak English. I understand it fine, and I can write it. Obviously, follow me at Uncle Funkbeard on X. But I don't actually speak it. So, aside from this little speech that I've memorized here and a few other key phrases that I learned phonetically, for the rest of this podcast, I'm afraid I'm going to have to be speaking in my native tongue, known as Fool. I'm hoping that the Sexy German will be able to translate for me. But again, thank you all for having me here.
Wow. Actually, I've just looked at it because I've got access to emails as well, Sexy German. that's actually Uncle Funkbeard's intro. We probably should have played that earlier, shouldn't we? When we introduced it.
Yes, that is right. But Uncle Funkbeard is correct. I can speak the language of fool, so I can interpret for him. That is one of my special skills.
Fantastic. So if you could do that going forward. So anyway, thank you very much, Uncle Funkbeard, for co-curating this episode with Andy and Nick. We've got no idea where they are, so we apologise for them. Well, I don't apologise for them. David, would you like to apologise for them?
Yes, I'm ever so sorry that Nick and Andy are not present to do this with you, Uncle Funkbeard. But thank you so much for your majestic song. Wasn't that majestic?
It sure was. I've enjoyed it very much.
Yes, excellent. And I did too. In fact, it was beautiful, which is why we said that at the beginning. And there's also another thing labelled here. It says, it's Uncle Funkbeard saying beautiful. Should we play that as well?
Beautiful.
Wow. He says that really nicely, doesn't he? Do you want to play it again?
Beautiful.
You have a very, very, very sexy voice, Uncle Funkbeard.
Yes, that is true. You have made me go all nipply. Thank you so much, Uncle Funkbeard. We very much enjoyed that. And your song was very, very beautiful, as you said yourself. In fact, here we also have a file here labelled the release the Golden Funkbeard. Should we play that one as well?
No, don't play that one just yet. We'll get to that when we decide that one is Golden Funkbeardable. What do you reckon, guys? I'm ever so sorry, Uncle Funkbeard, that Nick and Andy are not here to control this one. You're stuck with us, and we're doing the best we can, aren't we? David's not doing particularly well, but Sexy German, he's doing really well.
Thank you very much, Big Mick. I am very much enjoying being in the controlling seat. It is a lot of fun.
Excellent. Well, good work, guys. So thank you so much, Uncle Funkbeard, for that amazing song. It was truly, in the words of David, majestic. And shall we spin on? That was great. Is there an email from him?
Yes, there is. Would you like me to read it?
I think that's probably best. Sexy German, you read it for us. Thank you.
Okay, here we go then. Thank you, guys. Thank you for letting me be co-creator today and for playing my song, Fool. This may be the most fun track I've ever made, not just for the monthly music challenge, but ever. The two of you are inspirational for musical silliness and musical awesomeness.
I'm assuming he's referencing you, Sexy German, and me, Big Mick. It can't be Nick and Andy, because where are they? Nobody knows where they are.
That is correct. Oh, and I shall carry on reading if that's okay with you, Big Mick?
That's fine, carry on reading.
Oh, and if people would follow me on X at Uncle Funkbeard and tune into Only the Host's YouTube channel, where a growing number of us are hosting the Indie Music Hut and other shows, I'd greatly appreciate it.
That's great, absolutely. Everybody, make sure you check out Only the Host, and as they said, check out the YouTube channel. They've got loads of great shows going on. They're really, really good. They come with a Big Mix seal of approval. That's not an actual seal, or a seal that you'd stick on something. It is an actual seal. So basically, it comes with Big Mix seal. I'm releasing him from the menagerie of animals that I've got down here. And you basically get the seal of approval, Big Mix seal of approval. How's that sound, guys?
I think that is very good, Big Mick. Shall we move on?
I think that would be wise. I think we're getting the hang of this now, aren't we? We've got lots and lots of bits from Uncle Funkbeard, so we make sure we play them.
I think that would be a good idea, David. You're really getting the hang of this now, aren't you? It's going swimmingly. You can swim with a seal. Fantastic. Right, shall we move on then? So you read the email. That was good. Do you want to play another round of Big Mix, Big Numbers? Does that sound like something you'd like to do, David?
Yes. Okay, we'll do that then. So here is another round of Big Mix, Big Numbers with Big Mick. Are you going to do the theme tune again?
That's right, do the theme tune every time. Big Mix, Big Numbers. It's Big Mix, Big Numbers. Big Mix Numbers. It's Big Mix Numbers. Big Mix Numbers. It's Big Mix Numbers. Big Mix Numbers. Go on then, pick one.
Okay, you want me to do it again, do you?
Or you can get Sexy German if you like.
Okay, I shall have a little go at picking the number. What number shall we have next? Oh, I shall pick, shall I? Let me look at the list.
No, it doesn't matter. You pick, but I'm going to tell you what it is.
Okay, all right, there. I'm going to guess. Oh, this is me doing my impression of David. This is Sexy German doing his impression of David. How do you think this is working?
That's really good. You sound a lot like David, but a sexier version. Good work.
Okay then, so I'm going to pick number 10.
Nope, that's not the one.
Is it higher or lower, Big Mick?
It's lower.
Lower than number 10, okay. Is it possibly number 5?
Oh my goodness, well done, sexy German. Look at that, he's really good at picking these numbers. Congratulations. So, do you want to tell us what that song is, sexy German?
Okay, I should go back to my normal voice for this, not doing my David impression. Please welcome to the MMC Truck Dog and the Go People with their wonderful, wonderful song, Fulfill the Need. Please press the button, David.
I'm trying, but I appear to have got marzipan over everything. Could you mind leaning over and pressing it for me?
Oh, don't get a cake to do a job that you need a sexy German for. Here we go, Truck Dog time.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. It's Big Mickey. That was beautiful, wasn't it? This Truck Dog is amazing. Truck Dog and the Go People with a lovely, beautiful song. And who's this? I've got a friend here, everybody. Would you like to say something?
That was beautiful. That's right, everybody. It's me, Professor Brian Cox.
That's right, I found Brian. He was just chilling out around here, so I thought, get him on there because, everyone loves a bit of Brian Cox. In fact, Professor, would you like to read the email from Truck Dog there?
I would absolutely love to read the email. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm going to read it now, right now. It's me, Professor Brian Cox, reading the email. Cosmic loins and saucy, awesome hot dogs. Hello, Nick. Hello, Andy. Well, I'm ever so sorry, Truck Dog. Neither of them are here. Just me, Professor Brian Cox, and Big Mick. He's here. Oh, actually, I'll read the next bit, shall I? Hello, Big Mick. All the cake Beatles and the sexy German. He gives a special shout out to you up there, sexy German.
Thank you very much. Lovely to hear from you, Truck Dog. You carrying on there, Professor?
Yes, I am. Fulfill the Need is a sexy little song, drunk on love and positively frothing with cosmic connection. Whether you're floating on the breeze or above stormy seas, be sure to fulfill the need. I love Cosmic Bos. Thank you for everything you do, Truck Dog and the Go People. I'm Professor Brian Cox.
Thank you very much, Brian. There you go. Wow, good reading of the email. He's very good at reading emails, isn't he, Professor Brian Cox? It's because he's got a degree in it. He's got a degree. What have you got a degree in anyway, Professor?
I've got a degree in, I'm not sure, science?
I imagine so. You know, you're a scientist, aren't you? Thank you very much, Professor. Okay, well done. Good work. Are you guys all right up there in the control room?
I think I'm getting the hang of it now, Big Mick. We've managed to wipe all of the marzipan off the controls. I'm letting Sexy German press the buttons for me now instead. This is my impression of the Sexy German. I don't know how you think about this.
It's very good, David. You're doing a very good impression of me. Shall we move on and play another round of the game? Big Mix, Big Numbers? Would you like to do the theme tune, Big Mick?
Of course I would. Big Mix, Big Numbers. Big Nicks, Big Numbers. Not Big Nick. Big Nick's not here. Nick's not here. Neither's Little Nick. Neither's Andy. It's me, Big Mick, with my game, Big Mix, Big Numbers. Okay, guys, have a go. Do you fancy Professor Brian Cox having a guess?
I think that'd probably be better since he's down there in the engine room with you. Go for it, Professor Brian Cox. You have a guess.
Okay, it's my turn, Professor Brian Cox, playing Big Mix, Big Numbers, and I'm going to guess a number.
Oh, let's look at the list, shall we? Oh, I'm going to guess number 10, Big Mick. Is it number 10?
No, it's not number 10.
Is it higher or lower?
It's higher than that, actually.
Okay, I'm going to guess number 11.
Good work, Professor Brian Cox. He has guessed correctly. Well done. Let's give him a big round of applause, shall we? I've got a round of applause right here on this piece of paper. I'll just give it to him.
Thank you very much, Big Mick. Wow, look, a round of applause.
So here it is. Here is track 11 for Big Mix, Big Numbers. This is Blackwater Canyon with their song Whiskey Swamp. You're going to press the button, are you, Sexy German up there?
That's right. I'm going to press the button. I'm pressing it now.
Save my soul and I walk
Beautiful. What did you make of that, David?
I thought it was beautiful. What did you make of it, sexy German?
I thought it was beautiful. What did you make of it, Uncle Funkbeard?
Beautiful.
Thank you very much, Uncle Funkbeard. What did you make of it, Professor Brian Cox? I thought it was beautiful.
In fact, I've got a bit more about it than that. I think it was actually funky and groovy. It was quite Deep Purple-esque, wasn't it? Great harmonica, and I would love to see this one performed live. I think it would be super majestic. What do you reckon, David? I think you're right. I think that would be super majestic live. I really hope that Blackwater Canyon performed that one live. I would go and see it. What about you, sexy German?
Absolutely, I would love to see that one live. Do we have an email? Shall I have a look? Oh, we do. We have a little email. It says, Blackwater Canyon, the song Whiskey Swamp. Have you ever woken up in a whiskey swamp? Have you ever woken up in a whiskey swamp, Professor Brian Cox? I have. I always wake up in a lovely whiskey swamp. What about you, Big Mick?
Oh, that's right. I'm always in a whiskey swamp. What is a whiskey swamp, by the way? Is it a swamp made full of whiskey? Wow, amazing. I'd be very drunk if I woke up there. And I'm Big Mick, and I'm teetotal. Actually, I'm completely teetotal. That's right. Should we check in with Big Mick from the future? Big Mick from the future, are you teetotal? What you're on about, Big Mick? From the past, we drink lots. We drink a whole swamp full of whiskey most days, don't we? Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that because I'm drunk. I'm drunk right now. In fact, I'm drunk on whiskey. I thought I was just drunk on love, but actually it's whiskey. What's going on? What are we doing? We're recording a podcast. Has anyone seen Cosmic Bos?
No, they still haven't shown up. We're here in the control room, me, David Battenberg Cake, and the sexy German, but we have not seen Andy or Nick. No one knows where they are. So should we just spin on, shall we? Carry on with the show? What happens next? After the email's read, which has happened, do we play another round of Big Mix, Big Numbers? Is that right?
That's right. It is time for Big Mix, Big Numbers, and I am going to sing the theme tune, Big Mix, Big Numbers, with me sexy German. Big Mix, Big Numbers, with the sexy German. That's me, I'm Big... No, I'm not Big Nick, I'm the sexy German. Oh dear, you're getting a bit confused up there in the control room, aren't they? Anyway, it's time for Big Mix, Big Numbers. Big Mix, Big Numbers. Who should we have having a guess up there? Do you want to have a go, David?
Okay, yeah, I'll have a guess, shall I? Yeah, I'll just check the list there. There's only 14 numbers, isn't there, Big Mick? Is that correct?
That's right, David. Well done. Do you want to guess one of them?
Okay, yes, I shall guess number 5.
That's a bad guess, because that was the song we just played. That was Truck Dog.
Okay, so I have another guess then. I'll guess number 11.
No, you already played that one as well. That was Blackwater Canyon with Whiskey Swamp. That's the song we just played.
Okay, I'm not very good at Big Mix, Big Numbers, am I?
No, that's why you never win, David. But go on, have one more guess.
Okay, I'm going to guess number 1.
No, that's Cosmic Bos. I'll tell you what, let's get Professor Brian Cox to have a guess, shall we? Brian, you want to have a guess?
Okay, I'm going to have a go at Big Mix, Big Numbers, and I'm going to guess number 3.
Well done, Professor Brian Cox. You guessed correct. That's right, it is number 3. What song is that, Professor Brian Cox? Would you please read it out?
This song is by A.C. Warren, and it's called Funk Drunk Love.
Great, play it. Sex German, you press the button.
Okay, I'm going to press the button.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Beautiful. What do you think of it, Uncle Funkbeard? Would you please say what you think of it?
Beautiful.
And I would like to weigh in as well. Professor Brian Cox also thought that song was beautiful. I'm Professor Brian Cox.
Well, thank you very much. Wow, it's amazing, wasn't it? A.C. Warren, obviously. You cannot go wrong with a bit of A.C. Warren. He is a master of the musical arts. I shall just quickly read this little note that David has sent me. David has decided to actually write down his feelings on the song, and he's sent it to me. He says it was funky and warm. Is that what you said, David?
That's right, Big Mick. I thought that song was funky and warm. Amazing work from A.C. Warren, one of the finest artists in the entire multiverse. And in fact, he was the People's Choice Award winner for the last episode, wasn't he?
He was, along with Natalie Williams-Calhoun and Tonal Drift, who, we should also point out, all three of them are signed artists to Monochrome Motif, aren't they? That's Big Dog's label. We're absolutely getting the hang of this now, aren't we, team? We don't even need Nick and Andy. In fact, it's probably a better podcast without them. Is there an email, Sexy German?
That is right. Big Mick, there's an email from A.C. Warren. Shall I read it? Let me have a go, shall we? Hello there. This month's blurb is to be read in the style of James Brownie, the godfather of cake. I do not know how to do a James Brownie impression. Would you like to have a go, David?
Okay. Well, I mean, impressions are not really my thing, but I shall have a go. Ow! I am James Brownie. Ha! This was a particularly difficult month for me, and I have to admit, I wasn't sure if I'd come up with anything suitable. I'm James Brownie. Given that I have put my own challenge within the MMC of using the same instruments each month, so that I end up with a single piece of music at the end of the year. I'm James Brownie. Aha! I initially thought that the instruments perhaps wouldn't lend themselves to this month's theme. After a few failed attempts, I managed to create a funky, bluesy bass line for the bassoon, and it all flowed from there. I'm James Brownie. It turns out to be quite an interesting thing to work out. All the best. Ow!
Well done, David. That was pretty good. Not the best James Brown impression, but, you know, considering you're David Battenberg Cake, you're the obvious choice, being a cake. Fantastic. Thank you so much, A.C. Warren. Truly a legend in the field. I don't know what you're doing in the field. It's because he's an owl. If you listen to last month's podcast, you'll remember that Andy and Nick assigned animals to everybody, and to A.C. Warren, they assigned him an owl, because he is a wise, wise bird. Fantastic. Okay, guys, how you feeling up there in the control room?
I'm doing great, actually, Big Mick. I'm really getting the hang of this. I don't know if we need Andy and Nick back at all. What do you reckon, Sexy German?
I do not think we need them. It is way better without them. Shall we not let them back in the room? If they turn up, we'll tell them they don't need to come back.
I mean, I don't know. It is their podcast, after all, so maybe we should let them back in. Should we have another quick round of Big Mick's Big Numbers? Is that how this works? Big Mick, would you like to do your theme tune?
Okay, thank you very much. This is Big Mick from the future, by the way. Big Mick in the engine rooms. He's currently just chilling out with Professor Brian Cox, so I'm going to take over this round. And if I'm trying to remember, how's the theme go? It goes, oh yeah, that's right. Big Mick's big numbers, Big Mick's big numbers from the future. That's me, I'm Big Mick with my Bane mask on. Okay, go on then, David, you have a guess.
Okay, let's think then. Oh, what numbers have we not used yet? I'm going to guess at, can I guess number 9, Big Mick from the future?
That is a fantastic guess, David. I mean, you know, it's not right, but, you know, because you're David Battenberg Cake, the legendary David Battenberg Cake, I'm going to let you have that one. And yeah, this is number 9. Do you want to read out who it is?
Okay, yes, I will. Thank you. Wow. Does that mean I get a Big Mix card? Big Mix mix-up card? Is that right?
No, because I'm Big Mick from the future, so you get a Big Mix future mix-up card, which means you get to decide what the future is. Good work, David. Use it wisely.
Okay, wow, fantastic. So this song is Mario Marino, and the song is called Plumage. Press that funky button, Sexy German.
Okay, I'm going to press the funky button now. Pressing the button.
That was beautiful, wasn't it, Professor Brian Cox? What did you think about it?
I thought it was beautiful. What did you think of it, Uncle Funkbeard?
Beautiful.
Thank you so much, Uncle Funkbeard. What did you think of it, David? I thought it was beautiful. What did you make of it, Sexy German?
I thought it was very, very sexy, because we all know that Mario Marino is the sexiest of all the musicians, isn't he, Professor Brian Cox?
That's right, Mario is a very sexy musician. I'm Professor Brian Cox. Is there an email that you've got to read up there, Sexy German?
There sure is, Mario. We are absolutely nailing this now, isn't it? We do not need Nick and Andy back at all. They can take their vacation for as long as they want. I am going to read this email, or shall I give it over to you, David?
I think that's probably a good idea, Sexy German. I shall read the email because I'm good at reading. It's one of my special skills, having googly eyes and everything. Very good at reading. Anyway, so I shall read it right now. Hello, Mr. Cosmic Bos, sirs. Ever so sorry, Mario, but neither Andy or Nick are around. Nobody's quite sure where they are. On vacation, apparently. Attached is my submission for the May MMC. A little ditty by the name of Plumage. A bit about this track. While it starts off loosely in the funk category, plumage slowly evolves, similar to a peacock spreading its wings, or a pigeon doing the same thing, but less dramatically. Midway through the track, you will see an explosion of sound with some wubs, dubs, and wibbly bits. This is the plumage coming into full display. I hope it brings a smile to your face and to the neighbourhood if you're listening to it through speakers. Your fan, Mario Marino. Well, absolutely, Mario. I thought it was a very majestic song, and in fact, I've got a few words for you. I thought it was the funkiest computer game I've ever played, and I don't want this boss battle to end. And wrestling a piece of what? I can't read that. Oh dear. Can't read my own writing. That's the problem with me, David Battenberg Cake. My eyes are googly, therefore not very good. Thank you so much, David. Who am I? Nobody's quite sure. I've slipped in here. I am David Battenberg Cake from the future, where Big Mick is. I've obviously survived as long as Big Mick, which is my voice now sounds a little bit croaky.
That's right. I've got David here with me in the future, with me, Big Mick. We've taken over this bit of the podcast because the guys were having a little break. So we thought we'd play the future version of Big Mick's Big Numbers. Would you like to sing the theme tune there, please, David?
Okay, would you fancy... Yeah, okay, I'll do it.
David, what are you doing?
I thought that was it. That was the song.
No, you've got it totally wrong. I'll sing it for you. It goes, Big Mix, Big Numbers, Big Mix, Big Numbers, it's Big Mix Numbers, it's Big Mix Numbers, it's Big Mix Numbers from the future.
Okay, yes, you're right. That was way better than I did it. We could always get Uncle Funkbeard to come and, he speaks the language of the future, doesn't he?
He sure does, but we're not going to be using that. I'm Big Mick, with my Bane mask on. Instead, let's play the game. Come on, David. Or do you want to throw it back to the past? Throw it back to those guys back there?
I think that's probably best, isn't it? Shall we see what Professor Brian Cox thinks of it back in the engine rooms there with Big Mick yourself from the past?
Yeah, go on then. Send it to him.
Hello, it's me, Professor Brian Cox, and I am going to play this round of Big Mick's Big Numbers. It's you guys in the future, isn't it? You've sent this to me. Obviously, I know all about this because I'm Professor Brian Cox. So, Big Mick and David from the future, I'm going to guess at a number for you.
Yeah, that's how it works. Good work, Professor Brian Cox. What's your guess?
I'm going to go for number 14.
Well, that's an incredibly good guess. How did you know? You knew, didn't you? Well done. You've won a Big Mix Future Mix-Up card with a side order of David Battenberg Cake. And this next song is by Hell Waddler, as the boys like to call him, Hell Yeah Waddler. And this song is called Funky with a P. We can't actually play it here from the future, so would you mind pressing the button there, Sexy German, back in the past?
Okay, yes, that's my job, isn't it? Oh no, I'm the sexy Professor Brian Cox. That's right, Sexy Professor Brian Cox from the cockpit is going to press the button, and I'm going to press it now. beautiful.
That's right, that was incredibly beautiful, wasn't it, Professor Brian Cox? What did you make of it?
That's right, I'm Professor Brian Cox, and that was beautiful. What did you make of it, sexy German?
Well, I thought it was very, very sexy.
Very, very beautiful. And did I really say it was sexy?
Yes, you did. You said it was sexy.
Who are you? Who am I? That's a good question. That's right, I'm David Battenberg Cake, and I also thought it was sexy and beautiful. What do you make of it, Uncle Funkbeard?
Beautiful.
That's right, it was. It was absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much, Hellwaddler. You truly are a legend. A king of the penguins amongst men penguins. Is there such thing as a man penguin? I don't know, but I'm pretty sure there is. Do we have any write-up about what we thought about that? Oh yes, we do. We thought that was a very computer gamery song. It had an incredibly strong bass, and it was one funky instrumental. In fact, I think this might be time for us to release the Golden Funkbeard.
Release the Golden Funkbeard.
Excellent shout, I believe, on my part. There you go, Hellwaddler. You have received the Golden Funkbeard. Because I decided, me being David Battenberg Cake, and obviously this episode was co-created with Uncle Funkbeard, the owner, the releaser of the Golden Funkbeard. Thank you so much, Uncle Funkbeard. You truly are a funky, funky legend amongst the penguin men. Do we have an email? Sexy German, you're on the emails there. Can you tell us, is there an email from Hellwaddler?
There sure is, David. Would you like me to read it? Because, obviously, Hellwaddler, he is from the land of the German penguins, so it makes most sense that I read it. Here we go. Hey guys, how are you? Here's my hashtag funk drunk love tune called Funky with a P. I imagine Funky to be a dance club for penguins, where funky music is played, hence funky. Penguins plus funky. It's probably the second funk song I've written in my life, so I hope it is at least a bit funky. Well, it very much was funky because you got the Golden Funkbeard. Writing the music was fun, challenging but fun. But that's part of what the MMC is for, to get us out of our comfort zones, isn't it? That's right. Thank you for steering the MMC Challenger through the musical universe with all of us on board. It's great to be part of this community. Legoland loves you, and we love you, Legoland. Greetings from Legoland, or as we say in Germany, Stugen Gruppen. Grüßen aus Legoland. Hellwaddler. Congratulations to the 3 animal PCA winners. Thank you so much. That was me, David Battenberg Cake, coming in to just read the last bit there. And they were great, weren't they? Wow. Hellwaddler, you truly are a legend. We absolutely love you here on the MMC. As you can tell now, we've really got the flow with this. We don't even need Andy and Nick. This is probably better than the episodes with them, isn't it? Isn't it, Big Mick? What do you reckon?
Yeah, I completely agree. Just carry on without them. Fantastic. Fantably doobly tastic. So is it what's next? I know what's next. It's my game, isn't it? It's time for it. Here is the theme tune. Big mix, big numbers. It's big mix, big numbers. Big mix, big numbers. It's big mix numbers.
Yes, that's great. Thank you very much, Big Mick. So do you want me to pick one this time? Is that how we're doing? Back to me, David?
Okay, go on then. Yep, fantastic. You're doing really well up there, guys. Running the show really, really well. So go on then, David, you pick a number and I will tell you if you've picked the right number.
Okay, let's have a look. How do we feel about number 7, Big Mick? How do you feel about the number 7?
Well, I'm a big fan of the number 7, and you're spot on. How are you doing this, David? It's almost like you're reading my mind. It's almost like we're the same person somehow. That's correct. It is 7. Do you know who that is, David?
I do know who it is. That's right, because I've also got the list here. This is Taylor Lidstone and his song Bar Snacks. You going to press the button there, sexy German?
That's right. I'm going to press the button because that is my job, because I know how to press the buttons. And like this is how I press the buttons. Are you ready? I'm pressing it now.
Well, that was very, very beautiful, wasn't it, David? What did you make of it? I agree, Sexy German. I thought that was beautiful, short and sweetly beautiful. What did you make of it? Big Mick, your turn maybe?
Oh, yeah, fair enough. I thought it was beautiful, short and sweet, just as you said, David. Like you're short and sweet. What did you make of it, Professor Brian Cox?
I thought it was beautiful, short and sweet. What do you make of it, Uncle Funkbeard?
Beautiful.
Very well said, Uncle Funkbeard. Look, guys, I've been checking the emails because, I know it's you, David, and Sex German up in the control room, but I do have access to it because obviously I'm Big Mick from the future. So I've got access to all the emails, everybody's emails in the entire world. Trust me, some of you guys, you should stop sending those emails. They're very, very rude. I don't like them. I don't think you should be saying that kind of thing to each other. But I've noticed, look, guys, I know you're in control, but you just aren't doing this correctly. There's a load of stuff in the email from Uncle Funkbeard that you're meant to have played. There's a file called After the Intro. Have you decided you should play that? Sexy German, could you cue that up, please?
Okay, I shall cue it up. Let's press this button and let's see what Uncle Funkbeard is saying after the intro, which we should have done at the beginning.
Skagato, skadapo, get bow. Nimbaga dumba, Ribba-da-ba-zip-ba-ba-ding, da-ga-doom-da-ga-doom-da-bow. Dim-ba-bow. Goom-da-ba-dee-ba-bow-ba-dow. Fool. I'm hoping that the Sexy German will be able to translate for me. But again, thank you all for having me here.
Truly wonderful there. Can you translate that, Sexy German? Do you understand what Uncle Funkbeard was saying?
I sure do. No, I'm David. Me and the Sexy German, we've merged up here. We found that if we merge together, we should be able to get through this podcast a little bit easier. And plus, David has a much better grasp of other languages. He can speak to the animals, can't he? So we have become the Sexy Battenberg. Together, we can conduct a little bit of interpretation. So I have determined that what Uncle Funkbeard was saying there was, he was basically saying, thank you so much for having me on your podcast. It truly is a great honor. And we will pass this message on to Nick and Andy. We do promise. Eventually, I'm sure they will turn up and they will get to, they'll get to hear this, hopefully. Okay. Okay, I don't think that was really working, was it, Sexy German? We should stay as two separate characters. Doesn't work when we merge. You're right, David. We should stay separated, and I can interpret Uncle Funkbeard anyway without you. I do not need your help with that. Would you like me to do so? Yes, I think that's probably a good idea. Well, I thought he was saying that I am the sexiest of all the Germans, and that he is the funkiest of all the beards, and that you, David, are the cakiest of all the cakes, and that Big Mick is the biggest of all the Micks. What do you make of that, Big Mick?
Well, yeah, he's absolutely right. Of course he is. I am the biggest of all the Micks. Obviously, Big Mick from the future, he's just about the same size as me, but he's a bit more, got a bit more knowledge, and he can see the future. And actually, guys, what's going on? Did you have an email from Taylor? I mean, it sounds like you guys are doing exactly what the boys did to Taylor Lidstone last time, and that was ignoring his emails. Could you please check for me?
Oh yes. You're absolutely right, Big Mick. We do have an email here from Taylor Lidstone, and I shall read it to not cause any confusion. If you hold on, here we go. Hey, Andy and Nick, I'm afraid, Taylor, it's not Andy and Nick, it's me, David Battenberg Cake, and the Sexy German. Feel free to make up some witty banter this month. They would have done if they were here, but they're not, so I'll make up some witty banter for you, as I am David Battenberg Cake. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, which is obviously probably where you wanted the banter to come from. So instead, I shall go into the Battenberg of my Battenberg to find some banter. Hold on, just have a little rummage down here. Oh, here we have some banter. Oh no, that's batter. Ever so sorry. That's a bit of uncooked batter at the bottom of my Battenberg.
I think that maybe I should take over from you, David. You have gone well off track. I shall read this email for you, Taylor. Been feeling sad lately, so I couldn't find the stomach to finish this song. It might be the last song I write. If not, it'll be an intermission on my MMC 2024 album, I guess, lol. Hope you guys are doing well. Well, we don't know. We don't know where they are. Here's the 30-second bar snacks. Stay cosmic, Taylor Lidstone. We love you, Taylor Lidstone. You are truly beautiful and sexy, and we really, really hope that is not your last piece of music, because you are amazing, and you have won a golden. You won the People's Choice Award, don't you? Didn't you? In fact, let's give him a golden Funkbeard.
Release the golden Funkbeard.
Thank you very much, Uncle Funkbeard, for releasing your golden Funkbeard. It has got all golden and all funky up in here. This could be the funkiest episode of the MMC that has ever existed.
Well, that makes sense, because it's the funk month, isn't it? You co-created it with Uncle Funkbeard. It's called Funk Drunk Love. Thank you very much, everybody, by the way, who submitted, because it is really, really funky, which is just what we wanted. We wanted it to be funky. Well, the boys did, Andy and Nick. Still haven't had any sign of them. Could someone maybe send out a search party, see if we can find them? In fact, Professor Brian Cox, could you possibly go on a little trip, see if you can find Andy and Nick? They've got to be around here somewhere.
Okay, Big Mick, I shall go and see if I can find Andy and Nick. I'm Professor Brian Cox.
Yeah, we know you are, Professor Brian Cox. Okay, he's gone. Thank God for that. Okay, right. Shall we carry on with the episode? What's going on? You read the email now. Excellent. Good work, team. Good work, David and Sexy German merged together to become Sexy David. Don't know if that's a good thing or not. Or would you be David German? Not sure. Anyway, we're carrying on, leaving it back to me, Big Mick. I'm Big Mick from the future, by the way. I'm just going to have a quick word with Big Mick from the past. How are you doing, Big Mick? Oh, I'm doing great, not David, you're Big Mick. You're me from the future, aren't you? Yes, I am. Can you please not confuse Mr. David Battenberg Cake? He is here with me in the future, because he's infinite. Obviously, David Battenberg Cake is going to last forever, isn't he? At the end of time, it's basically going to be David Battenberg Cake and me. We're just going to be making podcasts for the rest of time. So what you're really hearing right now is what the future is. This is the future of podcasting. It's basically me and David. You got any other questions for me, Big Mick? No, I haven't got any questions for you, Big Mick. I was just wondering, do you fancy playing a quick game of Big Mick's Big Numbers for the middle of this episode? Well, it sounds like a great idea, Big Mick. You're really, really wise, you are, Big Mick. Oh, thank you very much, Big Mick. You're really, really nice of you. Very kind. So, do you want to have a guest then, Big Mick, from the future? Or do you want to do a quick intro? You going to sing the theme tune? Yeah, okay, why not? I'm Big Mick from the future, so I'll do it. Big Mick's Big Numbers. Big Mick's Big Numbers from the future. Is that good? Do you like that, Big Mick? Oh, I thought it was pretty good, Big Mick. You're a pretty good singer. Maybe you should release an album. Oh, I think I might do. In fact, I can tell you, Big Mick, you do release an album. It's really, really good as well. It goes to number 1. What, really? It's number 1? Yeah, excellent. I'm looking forward to hearing that. I've already heard it, obviously, because I'm Big Mick from the future. It's a bit hard. You might be having a bit of trouble, working out which one of us is from the future and which one isn't, because our voices are very, very similar. The only way you can tell is that, if you've got eyes, you can tell that I'm Big Mick from the future because I'm the one with the Bane mask on. Or is it still? Oh no, I forgot. It's not a visual podcast yet, is it? Sorry, Big Mick. I didn't realise. I've forgotten that you guys haven't yet got the visual version of the podcast. That must be coming up in the future. In fact, I know it's coming up in the future because I'm Big Mick from the future. Anyway, Big Mick's Big Numbers from the future. Go on then, Big Mick. You have a little guess at which is Big Mick's big number. What are you talking about, Big Mick? I've chosen it. I'm Big Mick. Look, okay, right. I'll have a guess then, even though I obviously know because I'm you from the future. So I'm going to guess it's number 8. How did you know that? Well, because I'm you. Of course I knew that. Who is it then? It's John Serrano and James Slattery with their song Adrenaline Fire. Are you going to press a button then, Big Mick? No, that's not my job, Big Mick. We give that to Sexy German. Do you think we should get him on the line? Yeah, of course. Are you listening, Sexy German?
That's right, Big Mick. Which one am I talking to? Is this Big Mick from the future or Big Mick from now?
It's both of us. You can talk to both of us at the same time. We're both listening. We've both got ears. Well, obviously my ears are much better because they're from the future.
Oh, okay, so you are Big Mick from the future. So do you want me to press the buttons and play the John Serrano and James Slattery song, Adrenaline Fire?
Yes, that's what I asked her to do. Can you just press the button, please, Sexy German?
Okay, here we go. I'm about to rub the button.
No, I didn't say rub the button. I said press the button.
Okay, I shall press the button with a little bit of a rubbing action. I'm doing it now.
down. My mind's erased, my body shakes. The world is on my back. The enemy awaits, whatever it takes. Prepare to attack. The morning thought becomes the air, and anxious desire. Oh, the sound of death, the kind of fear, adrenaline and my shades are drowned. I hear those deafening screams for the rest of my life. They forever haunt my dreams. Was it worth the price?
Beautiful. I mean, that's John Serrano, isn't it? He is an absolute legend. Truly the most beautiful man in the whole of the multiverse. John, I love you. Big Mick, from the bottom of my heart, I love you. And I've got to say, that was absolutely stunning. I'm not even going to ask the others what they thought of it because, I don't care. Except Uncle Funkbeard. What did you think of it, Uncle Funkbeard?
Beautiful.
I had a feeling you were going to say that because I know that you and John Serrano, you're pretty close, aren't you? You do a show together. In fact, it's on the Only the Host channel. If you're out there and you're listening, please check out Only the Host and give a massive, massive shout out to Uncle Funkbeard, who's an absolute legend, and John Serrano. We love you, John. We love you, Uncle, or the Funkle as we call you, and we love your hosty. In fact,
Release the Golden Funkbeard.
but not think of a more appropriate song to get a golden Funkbeard. There we go. We're just giving them out now, aren't we? That's how we roll here on the MMC without Cosmic Bos, with Andy and Nick absenteeism. I'm just giving them out. I'm giving out those golden Funkbeards. And you know what? They should always go to John Serrano and they should always go to James Slattery because that song was funky-tastic, wasn't it? That was like funk on toast. I'm not even going to hand over to any other guys, and Brian Cox isn't here anymore. He's gone looking for the guys, and David and Sexy German, don't know what's going on up there in the control room. So just got me now. That's it. I'm going to read this email because I'm, John Serrano. Me and John Serrano, we're like that. I know you can't see, and I haven't actually got hands. But what I'm doing is I'm crossing my fingers, my imaginary fingers, And because me and John, we're really close. I love you, John Serrano. I'm going to read your email. Hey, Cosmic Bos sirs, they ain't here. Greetings from Spain and Arkansas. Lovely. How are you guys doing? We have no idea. How's Big Mick? I'm doing great, thank you, John. Hosting this podcast now is now my podcast. I'm going to rebrand it as the MMC, the monthly Mick Challenge. That's right. I'm going to carry on reading the email. Glad to hear, man. This time I'm sending Adrenaline Fire, a song written by his Funkle Majesty, his infernal funkistry, Jim Slats himself, Chronic Ion. Wow. You've got to love big Chronic Ion, haven't you? Absolute legend, James Slattery, half of Slats/Cocker. You know the guy, he's awesome. That's right, I do love him, I do know him, and he's amazing. Anyway, James just dedicated this song to his grandfather, Walter Slattery, and all war veterans. Massive, massive shout out to all you war veterans out there doing your thing. Thank you for fighting in those wars, saving us all from, dying. Great, we needed that. Thank you very much. Anyway, so much love and respect to James, absolutely, his grandfather, and all war veterans, not veterans, that's a stupid word, and PTSD survivors from myself too. I mean, that's from John, and it's also coming from me, Big Mick. We love you, you're not alone. That's right, you're not alone. You're here with us on the MMC Challenger. This is a rocket submarine train thing that's going through the universe, spreading musical love and musical joy, like butter on toast. And we love you guys. Hope. Oh, what was that? Look, that was Ian McKellen there. Nice. Haven't seen him in a while. You like this song as much as we do. Stay crispy and beautiful. That's my impression of Guy Garvey there. Thanks for doing this for us indies. You're the awesomest. All the best, Johnny Serrano. John Serrano, you are a legend. Thank you so much, Johnny and Jamesy, for sending us that amazing song. Won a Funkbeard. Absolutely deserved. Well, I don't know what's going on. Let's see. I've got a few notes here. Let's read these notes, shall we? It says that song there had raucous energy. It was vocals could have been a little bit louder though. John, you've been a little bit quiet on that one. But that's a mixing issue. That's not a big mixing issue, or not a big mic issue, just a mixing issue. And there's powerful bass in it. I loved it. I absolutely love that song. Truly deserving of the Golden Funkbeard. I'm not going back to the control room. I'm just taking over now. It's Big Mix podcast from now on. I'm going to play Big Numbers by myself. Might sound a bit wrong, but I'm going to do it. Big Mix, Big Numbers, Big Mix, Big Numbers. Big Mix, Big Numbers. Going back to the old thing. So I talk to future version of me. Future me, what do you reckon? That's a great idea. Big Mick, you carry on. Nobody else is really required for this podcast, is it? Might as well just be your podcast. In fact, that is how it gets rebranded in the future. It's just Big Mick's Big Podcast. It's great. I love it. So do you want to pick a number, Big Mick, from the past? Okay, what shall I go for? I'm basically whatever I pick's right, isn't it? Because I'm Big Mick. Yeah, that's right. That's how it works. Why don't you go with number 13? That's a great choice. How did you know? You're so clever, Big Mick. I absolutely love you, Big Mick. Yeah, I love you too, Big Mick. It's a Big Mick loving. Big Mick loving. What song is it anyway, Big Mick? Oh, it's just Notehead with his song Funky But Lovin'. I was like, oh, that's a good title, isn't it? And it's Notehead. We all love Notehead, don't we? Notehead is one of the funkiest people in the whole universe. So please spin it. How do we do it though? Because we need sexy German, don't we, to press the button? No, don't worry. I'll do it. I'll go up from the engine room. So hold on, just give me a moment. I just got to. You entertain the team while I go up there. Okay, right. So it's me, Big Mick from the future, just distracting you all for a moment while Big Mick gets up from the engine rooms up to the control room. So he's going to have to obviously interact with David and sexy German when he gets there. But hello, that's right. I've made it to the room. You're right, David.
I'm okay. A little bit confused now that I've been separated from sexy German. We had been merged, and we'd created the sexiest cake in the whole universe. It's a shame you weren't here for it, Big Mick. I think you might have liked to taste.
I think you're right. Maybe we should merge you back together. In fact, I'll just pick you up there, David. And sexy German, come over here.
What is it, Big Mick? Nice to see you. What are you doing?
Lovely, look at that. I've got myself the sexiest German cake in the whole world. I'm going to have a nibble of this, and we're going to play the next song. What is the next song, actually? We haven't chosen it, have we? Oh, we have. It's Noted. Here it is. It's Noted. I'm going to press the button and I'm going to have me a taste of this sexy cake.
beautiful.
Beautiful indeed. Couldn't have said it better myself, Uncle Funkbeard. I mean, that was Notehead. You cannot go wrong with Notehead, can you? In fact, Uncle Funkbeard, I think this is probably the time to release another Golden Funkbeard. Please do your releasing.
Release the Golden Funkbeard.
Couldn't have done that better myself. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Uncle Funkbeard. Notehead is super funky, isn't he? And I've got some notes on this one because I really, really like Notehead. And in fact, I do know that the boys are big fans of Notehead, aren't they? I know they're not here, Andy and Nick. Nobody knows where they are. We haven't heard back from Brian Cox yet. In fact, I've got a little button here. I'm going to press this, see if we can contact Brian Cox. Professor Brian Cox, are you there?
Hello, Big Mick. It's me, Professor Brian Cox.
Yes, I know it is. I pressed the Brian Cox button. How's it going, Brian? Have you managed to find Andy and Nick?
I've been looking around, Big Mick, but I cannot find them. I've looked everywhere on the ship, and they're definitely nowhere on here.
Okay, well, thank you very much for trying, Brian Cox. Get back to us if you maybe try somewhere else. Maybe they're off ship. Clearly. Check one of those special doors in that Magic Infinite Possibility Club that they've got in the in the back, and get back to us. But otherwise, just please be very, very quiet, Professor Brian Cox. We don't need to hear from you anymore.
Okay, Big Mick. I shall go into the special Infinite Possibility Club and look for them.
I know, that's what I just told you to do. Anyway, we found that song to be a great song. It was funky. It was groovy. It had such a lovely, strong vibe. So much fun, and what he does, Notehead puts the fun into funky, doesn't he? And a great time signature playing there, changing around, and space for all the instruments to play. It was great, absolutely brilliant. Love you, Notehead. Winner of a Golden Funkbeard there. Funky stuff. Right. So as you might have noticed now, I've dispensed with all the other guys. They're pretty useless. I'm just taking over. Big Mix, big podcast. We have got an email from Notehead, haven't we? Go on, and David, I'll let you read it.
Okay, thank you very much, Big Mick. I'm still recovering from having been merged with the sexy German to create the sexy German Battenberg Cake, and I'm a little bit nibbled by Big Mick, but you know what? I can read this email from Notehead. Here we go. Hello, here's a song. Thanks.
Is that it, David?
Yes, Notehead is a man of few words.
He sure is, but he's a winner. He's a Golden Funkbeard winner. And if you'd like to vote for him in the People's Choice Award, I suggest you do. We haven't actually mentioned that, have we, David? So every month, or every podcast now, because this isn't monthly anymore, they put out, Howard just sorts out for the boys, he sorts out the People's Choice Award. So please go to YouTube and vote for your favourite song for this episode, for the Funk Drunk Love episode. That'll all be listed there. I'm going to be voting for that one. In fact, Big Mick votes for all of them because they're all great and they all deserve some sort of award. So they always get the Big Mick Award. By submitting to the podcast, you get the Big Mick Award. And in fact, the next one, I'll remind you, because you've got this far, thank you very much for getting this far through the podcast. But the next MMC is going to be, it's not going to be until the 30th of August. You've got until then to submit your song. And the hashtag or the theme is plant life. Plant life. Yeah, so have fun with that. Write about plants. Write about trees, things like that. Basically green things that grow out of the ground. They could be brown. Who knows? Sometimes they're yellow. Could be about flowers if you like. I mean, I don't know what the boys are going to do. I haven't heard from them. Nobody has. Hopefully Professor Brian Cox will find them and he'll be able to find out what they're going to do. But yeah, if you want to submit a song, what you have to do is send an MP3 with a little bio about yourself or a little write-up about the song, and you send it to cosmicbos1s@gmail.com. You don't write 1s, it's cosmicbos@gmail.com. And then that's it, do that. It's fantastic. I mean, all that information will be there on the page and everything for you. But thank you so much, everybody that submitted. This is great. I love this podcast. It's the best thing I'm involved in. Except obviously in the future, I get involved in everything. I basically run the universe. We've already read the email, so it's time to play Big Mix, Big Numbers. How do you feel about that, David?
Okay, I'm up for that. Why not? Are you going to sing the theme tune again, Big Mick? I notice that you tend to do that every time.
Well, yeah, I know I do, and it probably annoys you. Why don't you sing it for me, please, David?
Okay. Big mix, big numbers. Big mix, big numbers. Big mix, big numbers. Big mix, big numbers. They are big mix, big numbers. The numbers are big, and so is the Mick, because his name is Big Mick.
No, my name's Big Mick, not Big Mick. Please say that right, David. Don't confuse everybody. So, anyway, here we go. David, I'll let you pick. You can have a go at guessing what number it is. There's not many numbers left now, obviously, because we're into right near the end of the podcast. There's only like 4 songs left. So have a go. Have a guess, please, David.
Okay, I'm having a guess. I'm going to guess number 7.
No, it's definitely not number 7. That was Taylor Lidstone and his song Bar Snacks.
Okay, is it higher or lower than that?
It's lower than that.
Okay, I'm going to go for number 5.
No, that's wrong. That was Truck Dog and the Go People with their song Fulfill the Need. Is it higher or lower? Do you want to know that, David?
Go on then.
It's higher.
Right, higher than 5, lower than 7. Oh, this is a tough one, isn't it? I'm not sure what number it would be, but I think that might be because you've nibbled a bit on my brain here, and I don't know what Swirly is from Swingle. Maybe Sexy German could answer for me.
Okay, David, I do know the answer to this one. The answer to the number that exists between 5 and 7 is Sexy 6.
That's right. Well done. Well done, Sexy German. He knows the number that goes between 5 and 7 is 6. And this is Andrew Hartshorn and Who Brings the Funk to Your Life. Please play that funky music, Sexy German Cake Boy.
Okay, I shall press the button using my special fingers while I rub all over this side.
Just press the button. Please just do it. Just press the button. Do it.
Beautiful. That was very, very beautiful, wasn't it, David? Yes, that's what I said, Sexy German. I said beautiful. What did you make of that, Professor Brian Cox?
Professor Brian Cox ain't here, David. He's off looking for Andy and Nick. But I'm pretty sure he would have said it was beautiful, same as I'm going to say it's beautiful. Let's hand over to Uncle Funkbeard. What did you make of that track, Uncle Funkbeard?
Beautiful.
So beautiful, in fact, that maybe it deserves one of your awards. How do you feel about that?
Release the golden Funkbeard.
I couldn't have put that better myself. Completely deserving of the golden Funkbeard there. I mean, I know that we've just been handing them out like they're sweets in a, where would you hand out sweets? Some sort of sweet shop that was having a little, promotional deal. If you were going in to get the new golden funk sweets, they'd be giving them out, wouldn't they? Like candy in a candy store, which is what I just said. So yeah, well done. Andrew Hartshorn, you are deserving of a golden Funkbeard for that track, same as all the other ones that won it. In fact, let's posthumously give it to everybody. Everybody, by submitting to this episode, you have won yourself a golden Funkbeard. We're giving the whole episode the golden Funkbeard. How do you feel about that, David?
I think that was a very wise move of you, Big Mick. Fantastic. Everybody is deserving of the golden Funkbeard.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why we've just given it to everybody. Thank you very much, Uncle Funkbeard. This has been so much fun working with you on this. Not quite sure where Andy and Nick are. Brian Cox is still looking for him. He's a professor, and obviously not a very good investigator or finder. No, don't play hide and seek with Professor Brian Cox because you'll win. So do play it with him because he's rubbish at finding you. Should we have a quick check-in with him? Brian Cox. That was the Brian Cox button. I'll press it again. So like, Brian Cox. Are you there, Brian?
Hello, Big Mick. It's me, Professor Brian Cox.
Yes, I know. I pressed the Brian Cox button. How are you getting on? Have you managed to find the boys yet? You found out where they are?
Well, I'm looking through all of the doors here in the Infinite Possibility Club, and I'm pretty sure you're right. They're probably through one of these doors, but I'm not sure which one.
And why is that?
Well, because there's an infinite amount of them. And there's also a lot of cats. I think they might be owned by Schrödinger.
Probably. That sounds like a very good scientific joke that you're making there. Probably not recognised by a lot of people. Have you got an email, Brian Cox? Is there an email there? You got the emails there?
No, I'm hunting for the boys. I'm not reading the emails. I could go through this door labelled emails from Andrew Hartshorn if you like.
I think you probably should.
Okay, opening the door to the emails from Andrew Hartshorn, the big chili cheese dog himself. Oh my goodness, there is a lot of emails in here. I don't think I could read all of these. I think you should probably get the sexy German to read the one that you got sent.
Thank you very much, Brian Cox, for that piece of advice. I'm going to turn off the Brian Cox button. Brian Cox. Okay, I'm going to press this button which speaks to the control room button. Hello, David and Sexy German, you up there?
Yes, that's right, Big Mick. We are still here in the control room. I'm not quite sure why control of the control room has passed to you, but it clearly has. How can we help you?
Well, what you need to do is you need to read the email from Andrew Hartshorn. He's won the Golden Funkbeard, by the way.
Oh, wow, that's great. He deserved that, for sure. Do you want me to read it, or do you want the sexy German to read it?
I don't know, probably check the email, because Andrew Hartshorn usually, a big tree cheese dog, he chooses a new character for you to read, so have a quick look at that, David, if you wouldn't mind.
Okay, let's see, what's it say here? To be read in your best Barry White voice. Oh dear. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's something that Andy would be able to do. Even Nick might be able to do that one, but do you want me to have a go at that?
Well, that's what he's asking you to do, David, so have a go.
Okay, here we go then. This is David Battenberg Cake doing my best Barry White impression.
Greetings, Boss Bros. Who brings the funk to your life? We all have that special someone. Mr. Hartshorn's track this month features a vocal of sorts, albeit pitch-shifted and double-tracked, plus a vocoder complementing the talking head-style funky backing. It's bringing the funk for people who are drunk on love. I'm David Battenberg Cake doing a Barry White impression.
That was pretty good, David. That's better than I thought you'd do, actually. Oh, yeah. Anyway, fantastic. Thank you very much, Andrew Hartshorn, for the lovely email. Big Chili Cheese Dog himself, the owner and the owner and the head of Monochrome Motif Records, possibly the greatest label in the entire universe, isn't it, I believe. I'm only saying that obviously because Cosmic Bos assigned to them, as well as all the winners of the People's Choice Award last month. Natalie Williams Calhoun, Tonal Shift, and AC Warren, they're all signed to Monochrome Motif Records. So that's a triple win from the MMC for the MMR. That's the Monochrome Motif Records. And obviously, Hartshorn himself, absolute legend, winner of the Golden Funkbeard for this. And I've got a few notes here because I must admit, I really like that track, Mr. Hartshorn. Absolutely wonderful. And in fact, in my words, I would say it was super funky. Definitely had that Talking Heads vibe. And absolutely funky guitar and bass, which as an orchestrator, which is what Mr. Hartshorn is, he's not normally a player of guitar and bass, but that sounds amazing, doesn't it? Filling in for the, sound like a full band. So you don't even need Cosmic Bos anymore, do you? Nobody does. In fact, let's move on forward without Nick and Andy. Nobody needs them anymore. Who cares where they are? Hopefully Brian Cox won't find them. Anyway, right, shall we move on? Time for Big Mix, Big Numbers. Big Mix, Big Numbers. It's Big Mix, Big Numbers. Big Mix, Big Numbers. It's Big Mix, Big Numbers. We're down to the end. There's only a couple of songs left. I believe that there's only 3 left. So this should be easy to guess the number. That's why the theme tune has got longer. It has got longer. Go on then, David, have a go.
What? I've got to guess the number again. There's so few left. How am I going to be able to guess this, Big Mick? This game gets harder and harder as it goes along, doesn't it?
Actually, it gets easier, David. If you're keeping track of what the numbers are, it should be easy now. There's only 3 numbers to guess from.
Oh, so what I needed to do was write this all down.
Yep, that's what the boys do.
Well, I've never been here in the control room for the whole time. I'm normally on TikTok, doing my live thing.
Yeah, you normally are. Where have you been, though? Because I haven't seen you on TikTok for a while.
No, I've been taking a vacation as well, just like the boys.
Oh, really? Okay, well, it's nice to hear. Thank you for telling us that. Right here at the end of the podcast where nobody's listening. Okay, anyway, we've just got the 3 left, so I'll make it easy for you. I'll reduce these numbers to 1, 2, and 3. So if you can have a guess out of 1, 2, and 3, which one you think the big number is, then you'll win. You win another Big Mix-Up card.
Actually, haven't I already won a Big Mix-Up card? Yes.
Yeah, you totally have. Absolutely. So go on and use your Big Mix-Up card if you like.
Okay, I'm going to use my Big Mix-Up card, and I'm going to choose Colin Pimlott and the Funky Drunk Kind of Love. That would be number 4.
That's right. Well done. That was actually the one I'd chosen as well. So what you should have done is just guess, and then you would have won a second Big Mix-Up card. But you didn't do that, did you, David? Classic David. Shooting his load before he gets there. Anyway, so here it is. Do you want me to introduce it for you, David?
I think that's probably best, Big Mick. I'm, a bit brain damaged after you nibbled on my head.
Okay then, well here is Colin Pimlott and his song Funky Drunk Kind of Love. If you would please press the button there, sexy German.
Okay, I'm going to rub the button.
I said press the button, not rub the button.
But I don't mind, I'm going to rub it.
Look, just press the goddamn button, will you, sexy German?
Okay, I'm pressing the button with a little rub.
To a solo moon, dancing in a crowd of starlight, babbling like a crazy baboon. You captivate with your smile. Your laughter fills a room. I want to tell the universe I'm so in love with you. Come dreaming of. You're like a sweet red wine. I'm in a funky, drunk kind of love. Living on cloud nine. I can't believe you're here with me. I can't believe you're mine. What's come over me? You're the one that I've been dreaming of. You're like a sweet red wine. I'm in a funky, drunk kind of love. Let our music play. Never say goodbye. I'll kiss you in the candlelight. We can leave the world outside. What's come over me? You're the one that I've been dreaming of. You're like a sweet red wine. I'm in a funky, drunk kind of love.
Beautiful. Colin Pimlott and Funky Drunk Love. Is that the name of the song? Let me just double check that. It was actually called Funky Drunk Kind of Love. Amazing, wasn't it? What did you make of that, Uncle Funkbeard?
Beautiful.
It was absolutely beautiful. You are spot on there, Uncle Funkbeard. I don't know about you, but I think that should probably win a Golden Funkbeard. Let's release.
Release the Golden Funkbeard.
Absolutely deserving of that. What an amazing song. Colin Pimlott is an utter legend. I mean, I'm sure everybody here would agree with that. I appear to have lost my notes. That's not very good. Oh, here they are. Found them again. They were just under all the other stuff that I've got down here in the engine rooms. I'm not even going to bother with the rest of them. I mean, I don't know about you, but, you know, it's probably better if just Colin wants to hear from me, Big Mick, innit? Because Big Mick is Big Mick's podcast now. Let's face it. So, I put here, beer bottle percussion is inspired. Colin, you're such a legend. It is a beautiful love song. You have your own unique style, and your heartfelt voice is so sweet and lovely touching lyrics. Colin Pimlott is an utter legend. Please make sure you all go and follow him on all the socials and show him some love. Some funky, drunky kind of love. He deserves it because he's a legend. And winner of a Golden Funkbeard, former winner of the People's Choice Award, and utter all-round legend. What do you make of that, David?
I couldn't agree more, Big Mick. He is an utter legend. We have a lot of love here on the MMC for Colin Pimlott. Please make sure you all share that love.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Is there an email, David?
Absolutely. Would you like me to read it for you, Big Mick?
Yeah, go for it. Go on. You read it. Everyone's heard my voice too much now, so listen. Go on. You, David, you do it.
Okay, here we go then. Good evening / afternoon / morning. Don't know when you will be reading this, so delete as appropriate. I couldn't be bothered. Anyway, how the devil are you? Drunk or just plain funky? Well, I am a little bit drunk on love, as it goes, Colin, and also a little bit brain damage from Big Mick nibbling on my head. I wasn't sure if I would manage an offering this time, but here it is, warts and all. Funky Drunk Kind of Love is the entry this month from this corner of southwest England. Somewhat more mellow than previous offerings. Try not to nod off. There was no chance of me nodding off. I mean, and if I did, that would, raise alarm, because it would probably mean that I died. But I'm not dead. I'm still here, and your song kept me alive. Thank you very much, Colin.
Could you just carry on reading the email, please, David? I think you might have gone off track.
You're absolutely right, I did. I'll carry on. The percussion section is somewhat austere this time. It now comprises one kick drum and one beer bottle being repeatedly thwacked by a drumstick, as you will hear in the song intro. Yes, it was amazing, wasn't it? Quite appropriate, I thought, bearing in mind the subject matter. There was plenty of drunk in the production process. Had to empty a few bottles to get the best sounding one, of course. Well, that was brilliant use of the beer bottles there, Colin, and an absolutely excellent excuse for you to get drunk while making music. In other news, the session elephants from last month have been dispensed with, as I needed the trumpeting from a woodwind section and not the trumpeting from a herd of excitable pachyderms. I would suggest that they'll get over it, but they probably won't, as elephants never forget, apparently. I think they've renamed themselves from 50 Shades of Grey to 50 Shades of Disappointment. Oh well, that's the music business for you. So that's me, all funk, drunk and in love at the prospect of hearing the forthcoming podcast and the grand revelation of the next challenge. Tartar for now. Tartar sauce for now. Fantastic. Goes absolutely love with a bit of sexy German Battenberg cake.
Okay, David, I think you were a bit off track there, but classic David. Wow, Colin, that was absolutely amazing. Thank you for giving us the update on what's going on with your elephants. I'll give you a little update on what's going on with my elephants. Just so everybody knows, the circus, they're still here, still in the engine rooms, and they've been entertaining all the other animals. If you were new here, basically the animals run the circus, and we've got a few Johnny humans in there. There's a few Jimmies and a few Johnnies in there, and they're really funny. They look at their doing their accounts and things. They sit there and do human things, and we have one who sits there and makes toast. He does that, and everyone applauds him. Well done! Look at that, you making a toast over there. And it's great. You should come to the human circus. It's very good. Actually, it's really, really expensive, and you have to go through one of those doors in the Infinite Possibility Club, which currently Brian Cox is there looking for the boys. Oh, what's going on? We're right near the end now, aren't we? There's only a couple of songs left, so it's probably time for a quick round of Big Mix, Big Numbers. Big Mix, Big Numbers. Big Mix, Big Numbers. Big Mix, Big Numbers. It's Big Mix, Big Numbers. And we won't even bother playing it because there's only 2 songs left, so instead I'm just going to tell you what the next one is. The next one is David. David, would you like to have a quick guess?
I suppose I could if you like, Big Mick. Why not? There's only 2 left, isn't there? So it's either number 10 or number 12.
That's right. It's one of those 2. Which one do you think it is, David?
I think it's number 10.
You're absolutely wrong. It's number 12.
Oh, okay. Well, go on then. Play that one.
Okay, so this next song is Chemical Shift and their song Awaken. We're going to have to wake up the sexy German. He looks like he's falling asleep over there. David, can you wake up the sexy German?
Okay, I'll have a go. Sexy German, would you mind getting up, please, and pressing the button?
Oh, sorry, David. I appear to have fallen asleep. I was getting very excited by rubbing all the buttons, especially since you covered them all in marzipan.
Yes, I know, but please, we're right near the end. Could you just, please, press the button there, line up the next song.
What is the next song?
The next song is almost at the end there. This one's Chemical Shift and Awaken.
Oh, this is a very, very sexy song. I like this one. I listened to this one a bit earlier. In fact, when we were setting this up, because we couldn't find Andy and Nick, we had to do all of this earlier, didn't we?
Yeah, well, yes, we did. I don't know why you're telling me that. I know that. I'm David Battenberg Cake, and I was here with you while we were doing that. And Big Mick already knows that, of course, because he was listening in from the future.
That's right, sexy German. I heard it all from the future. And anyway, just press the ruddy button, would you, and play the Chemical Shift song.
Okay, then, I shall do it. I'm getting ready. Here is a little rub, and here is a little song by Chemical Shift called Awaken.
That was beautiful, wasn't it, David?
It sure was. That was beautiful. What did you make of that, Big Mick?
Well, I thought it was beautiful. What did you make of it, Uncle Funkbeard?
Beautiful.
Truly, it was beautiful and probably deserving of a golden Funkbeard, yeah?
Release the golden Funkbeard.
Excellent. There we go. We've been giving out the golden Funkbeards. Every song in this episode deserved one, and that one was a definite contender. Well, there you go. Golden Funkbeard for Chemical Shift. We've got an email, haven't we? So, David, if you'd do the honours, please, and read the email, because, everyone likes a bit of you, don't they?
Yes, apparently they do, Big Mick. Okay, I'm going to read it. Good morning, Andy and Nick. We don't know where Andy and Nick are. Professor Brian Cox is still looking for them. The track title was Awaken by Chemical Shift. It was track number 1. It was a single. The original version of this was released on September the 1st, 2023. It was remastered on January 26th, 2024. This is a summer EDM track that I remastered a while ago. I have a weak spot for good EDM tracks, so I tried to make one. The goal of the challenge was to use vintage sounds to create a modern track. Well, you absolutely nailed it, Chemical Shift. I remember struggling with the kick, getting it to punch through as it does on dance songs. I did a remaster of the song this year to get the kick to that more punch and presence. And there's a link to an official music video, so everybody please go and check out the video for that by Chemical Shift. Have an awesome day. Love, Matthias from Chemical Shift. Song written and produced by Matthias from Broken Nomad / Chemical Shift. Mastered by Matthias from Broken Nomad / Chemical Shift. Track art by Matthias Lung. Thank you for your support. Kind regards, Chemical Shift. Thank you so much.
Excellent, David. You're doing really well. We're right near the end. You've done brilliantly, guys. I mean, I didn't think we would be able to pull this off without Nick and Andy, but look, we absolutely nailed it. Don't need them anymore. They can retire. And it's our podcast now. That's right. It's Big Mick's big podcast with the monthly music challenge, the monthly Mick music challenge, MMC. David, if you don't mind that. Are you all right with that one?
Yes, that's fine, Big Mick. You do whatever you want. I need to have a lie down. If you don't mind, I'm absolutely smash knackered now.
That makes sense, because, I nibbled on your head. So I'll take over for this end bit, shall I? Won't force it on anyone else. Thank you, everybody, so much for listening. We're right now at the end of the podcast. We've just got one more song, which comes with an email, so I'm going to read the email before we close it out. With the final song, by the way, is by Voltage Poetry Project. I'll give my quick review, actually, of the Chemical Shift song there. I've just got to find the thing. Hold on, it's here somewhere. Here it is. Chemical Shift, that was a perfect tune for chilling out at the end of a night in a club, vibing to this. It was amazeballs. I absolutely loved it. The team loved it. You, Chemical Shift, won a golden Funkbeard. Absolutely deserved. Everybody, this has been one of the greatest episodes of the MMC of all time. Remember, the next theme is Plant Life. You've got to send in your songs by the 30th of August. Send them to cosmicbos@gmail.com. Remember to put a little bio, a little bit of information about yourself, and remember to vote in the People's Choice Awards, which you can find on the YouTube and probably be some other links to it, maybe on Discord. Sometimes they put it on there. Please make sure you vote. And thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much to everyone that submitted. This is the greatest podcast in the world, isn't it? I know that because I'm from the future, Big Mick. This is Big Mick from the future, by the way. I know you could tell because I got the Bane mask on. I'm going to read you now the email from Voltage Poetry Project. I've just got to find it quickly. I'll basically let them off in the control room. They can forget about it. I'll do the same bit on my own. Probably best that I do, innit? And you never know. Do you want to quickly check in with Brian Cox, see if he's found it? I'll press the Brian Cox button quickly. Brian Cox. Are you there, Brian?
Hello, Big Mick. Yes, I'm here. I've not been able to find them. I've looked everywhere. I looked high and I looked low, and I've got no idea where Andy and Nick are.
Oh, don't worry about it, Brian. It's fine. I'm sure they'll turn up soon. And, maybe listening to this podcast will coax them back out from their little vacation, and they can come and, do their job. Be nice of them, wouldn't it?
Yes, that would be nice if they'd come and do their job. Would you like me to read this email for you, Big Mick?
Go on then, Brian. I pressed the Brian Cox button, so you might as well. Go on then. You've got the email, right?
That's right. I've got the email because I'm here in the Infinite Possibilities Club where I can see everything.
Okay, brilliant. There we go. Here we go then. Professor Brian Cox is going to read the email for for Voltage Poetry Project for Keith. And then that'll be the end. After that, you'll get to hear the song, and that's it. It's the end of this episode of the MMC 2.5. So go on, over to you, Professor Brian Cox.
Okay, Professor Brian Cox. That's how I warm up. Hi, Andy and Nick. It's not Andy and Nick, it's actually me, Professor Brian Cox. I trust this finds you well. It didn't find them at all. I've been trying to find them, Keith, but I've not managed to. Even me, Professor Brian Cox, has not been able to find them. Anyway, I'll carry on reading your email. Please find enclosed a new Voltage Poetry Project song, When the Wine Pours. In terms of this month's theme, I think this one leans towards the drunk end of the spectrum. Whether there is any semblance of funk in it is truly debatable. I was going to re-record the vocal or just the middle eight, but my diary will not now allow. I can always do that as and when revisiting the song in the future. I think it could also do with a much slower tempo and maybe no drum sounds at all as part of that. Anyhow, what we have here is the line between sung down a telephone line and not always that tunefully either. Wishing you a great time recording this month's podcast. Cheers, Keith, from Voltage Poetry Project. Well, guess what, Keith? Andy and Nick were not present. This entire episode was brought to you by me, Professor Brian Cox. The obviously Big Mick. Would you like to say goodbye, Big Mick?
Brian Cox, what are you doing trying to take over? This is my podcast now. The boys aren't here, so it's Big Mick's big podcast, and we need to give a big special thanks to and shout out to in the control room there to David and Sex German. David and Sex German, would you like to say goodbye?
Thank you so much for listening, everybody. I'm David Battenberg Cake. Please come and find me on TikTok. Give us a follow, show us some love, and yes, slowly we're taking over the world, one TikTok video at a time and one live at a time.
Excellent, good work there, David. And Sex German, you got anything to say?
That's right. Thank you so much for listening. Make sure you return in a couple of months for the MMC 2.6, which will be Plant Life. Make sure you write yourself a little song about the plants and the trees.
Thank you very much, Sexy German. Is there any other characters that we need to bring up? Oh, look, there's Ian McKellen. You got anything to say, Sir Ian McKellen?
I have. Why did you not include me in this episode? I hope that everybody has enjoyed this episode, even though it didn't contain me, Sir Ian McKellen.
Yes, well, thank you very much, Sir Ian McKellen there. And oh, look who it is. Over here, we've got the Scouse African.
Aye, that's right. You didn't include me at all, did you? You decided to do the entire episode without having me, the Scouse African. And you know what? I was a recent introduction to your show. You should really have included me.
You're right, Scouse African. Ever so sorry that we forgot to include you. Who else we got? Was that it? I think that's it, mainly, isn't it? Yeah, it's pretty much everybody. Anyway, so all that leaves us me, just Big Mick, just to say, and Big Mick from the future. I know we sound the same, so I'll pass off to Big Mick from the future. Thank you very much, Big Mick from the past. Not as knowledgeable as me, obviously, because I'm Big Mick from the future. So it just leaves me to say thank you very much for listening to the monthly music challenge. This last song is by Voltage Poetry Project. It is called, what's it called? Let's just check. I should have done this before. It's called When the Wine Pours. And it sounds a lot like this, so I'm just going to hand back to Sexy German to press the button. Thank you very much for listening.
Okay, it's up to me to do the final rubbing of the button. Here we go. I'm a rubbing.
Just press the goddamn button, Sexy German.
I'm almost there. I've just got to rub it a little bit more. God damn it. I'll do it for you. Don't worry. Here we go. Here it is.
Where the creatures graze on fallen fruit temptation, too hard to resist. But for us, what might we have missed? What did we miss? How did we resist? When the wine pours, I think of whiskey nights, a last bus fast ascending, ahead the harbour lights. The Sky Street bedtime, set for post-war dreams, yet old Victoriana, spectres are still seen. Those spectres are still seen. Sadly not a dream. How might the world have turned if what I have since learned was not intoxicating? What I have been deliberating, I stayed silent whilst the reds inflow. When the wine pours, might the gin twilights bring a revelation absent from foresight? In granite country safety, silhouettes beguile. Easy now with hindsight, it's been such a while since the silhouettes beguiled. Oh, it's been such a while. How might the world have turned if what I have since learned was not intoxicating? What I have been deliberating and stayed silent whilst the rosé flowed. What did we miss? How did we resist? What did we miss? Oh, how could we resist? Oh, how?
There we go. We did it. Well done, guys. We never actually found Andy and Nick, did we? Thankfully, we're not going to check in with Brian Cox again. Thank you all so much for listening. You're absolutely great. Massive, massive shout out to Uncle Funkbeard for everything he's done for this episode. You've saved it, Uncle Funkbeard. Absolutely great. We love you all. And yeah, come back in a couple of months for the next episode. MMC 2.6 Plant Life. Oh, right, I'm going to have to go and have a lie down now. Thank you so much, everybody. Sort out that chaise lounge for me, won't you, please, all my midgets, all my single midgets, sorting out my chaise lounge, sorting out my chaise lounge.
Professor Brian Cox is back.
Oh, God damn it, why did you come back?